Got it.
Hello. Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Audrey Hamilton, and I am the Entrepreneurial Assistant. I'm a virtual assistant, inspiration coach, and a social media manager. Tonight, we are doing a Q&A with Tilda Whitaker Bailey. So, Tilda, do you want to share with us a little bit about yourself? Like, what are your likes, favorite holiday traditions, and stuff?
Okay. Yeah, I'm a celebration girl. I love any type of celebration, Audrey. I am, really keen on seeing people succeed. I'll make a
Yeah.
success story a holiday. Yeah, I just love
Yes,
celebrating as
exactly.
usual. Yeah, but holidays, they are traditional for me. My favorite holiday, most sacred one, of course, is Easter. I love Easter, the
Okay.
springtime, things are springing, the winter has passed.
Yeah.
Just the significance of what Easter is all about, and in the spirit, they're just flowing with the season that we're in. And Christmas, Christmas is a big time for my family too. So I am a celebration girl. I love blowing bubbles. If anybody
Yes.
knows me, I love this childhood thing that never left me, and that is blowing bubbles. And I love to dance. I like dancing. I love art. If anybody follows my
Okay.
personal page, I
You
share a
say
lot of art.
dancing. Yes. You say dancing. What kind of dancing do you do? Is it just like a shuffle, kind of move your body kind of thing, or is there a specific dance?
It's just
Ballet or
a
anything?
move the body. It's just to move the body and get in the flow of what I'm hearing as far as music and all that good stuff. Um, I like the 70s and 80s music, the oldies, the goldies,
Yes.
probably for
Yes.
your generation. Yeah. But no particular dance. I mean, I'm not a tango or a cha-cha-cha or anything like that, but just
Awesome.
movement,
Because
and that
if
comes
you
with part of the
were
celebration.
yeah, if you were, I would have been like, Stella, you have got to send me a video or send me dancing lessons or something. Because I'm not a dancer. I cannot dance if it were to save my life.
You don't have to really, you don't have to be the best dancer, but the
I'm terrible.
movement, it just kind of,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
terrible.
not the
I'm
best
terrible.
either, but I just love it.
Yeah,
That's some of
that's
my
good.
likes. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us a bit about your business?
Okay, well, I am the founder and the director of P4 Coaching Institute. I am Tilda Whitaker Bailey, and I'm better known as the coach's mentor. I've been in the coaching field for quite some years now, about 20 years of mentoring and coaching. They go hand in hand sometimes with my clients. And I offer training. I'm a trainer. I train people to get their certification in becoming a life coach. I enjoy sharing the skill with people. I enjoy the training. I enjoy seeing people come into their own with this thing, this phenomenal movement as far as we call coaching. So
Yeah.
it's a big awareness, It's been a big success because it works. And I enjoy helping people get trained.
Yeah. That's really
Yeah.
cool. So what got you into your business? How did you start out?
Um, it was a revolution, kind of evolving stage by stage. I started a nonprofit back in 98 for single moms, single women with children here in my community. And it grew, and we started getting a lot of support wrapped around us. And we started offering a mentoring program and matching up these moms with mentors. So in the process of matching the moms up with a mentor, the coaching fell in my lap, an
Yeah,
opportunity to get trained myself as a coach. And as I was getting trained, I was offered the opportunity to learn how to train coaches. So it's just been one step after the other. It's just built
that's
one block upon another block.
that's
It's a
really
process. It was a process for me as well. Yeah.
yeah. I bet you just don't become a coach overnight. You can already have some knowledge, but
No,
you can't just become a coach overnight. It takes a while to get to that.
that's right.
And
That's
it's
right. That's right. Okay.
sorry, my siblings are in the house right now, so they're
That's
cooking
okay.
some food too.
No
So
problem. Family
yes,
time. Yeah.
yes, yeah. My sister just got off work and she's getting herself ready to relax for the evening.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
good. I see you got your good. I've got a cup of tea. What do you have?
coffee. Nothing else for
Coffee.
me, just coffee.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
survive
I
just
like
on
both.
plain coffee. So what kind of tea are you drinking?
Yeah. It's chamomile.
Chamomile. I love chamomile tea. It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
Good for
It's
bedtime and stuff.
very relaxed. It's supposed to really relax you. Yeah. At the end of the day,
Yes.
I drink it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep. All right, so can you tell us what makes like a good coach? I honestly have met with a whole lot of coaches and some of them are just not the greatest, but your
Yeah.
coaching style, I've known you, I haven't even done a coaching session with you, but you've helped me grow and just have been really
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. And I don't know about what it is, but
Mm-hmm.
your stuff is really good. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Um, it's not, it didn't come overnight, you know.
Yeah,
A person really has to have clarity. I operate from 3 C's, 3 models on my process map, and that's clarity, confidence, and credibility. And clarity to me is the first model of anything, anything when it comes to coaching. A person that desires to coach needs to really find themselves. They need to do the work on themselves to
yeah,
know where they are called to and the type of people that they connect best with, how they want to work with that person, what you can offer that person. And after you find out all of that and satisfy that first C, which is clarity, you kind of like what I call, you kind of stay in your lane. You kind of know the people that fit your style of coaching or what you have to offer as a coach. Coaches don't coach just any and everybody. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
have to have a certain population. You have to have a certain tribe, a niche, as that popular word is. Also,
yeah,
you have to know really who you're best in working with. And sometimes I think people just do not understand or have not gotten the clarity for themselves first of who I am. What do I do best? What can I offer other people? What is my calling? Is what I call it. Coaching is a calling. We have to understand our assignments and what we're
yeah,
here for. We've got these gifts, these talents, these skills. So what do I do with them? What benefits can I give you by working with you? What benefits am I going to leave with you? All of that
yeah,
we need to know if we want to be a good coach. It's a lot of elements involved. And even in doing that, knowing that, that comes with a lot of work.
yeah,
Some people are
yeah,
fortunate enough to be born with very powerful gifts to the world.
Mhm.
There's like proteges, like young kids that are born and kind of walk into their calling, their purpose. But a lot
Mhm.
of people don't know their purpose. And purpose
Yeah.
is really important. I am a life purpose coach. And so for me, it has worked for me to be more effective with the people I work with, because I take them through a process of the discovery and the journey of finding out 110% of what their purpose is.
I love that. I really
And
do. That's really good.
yeah, and so I believe that every coach needs to take that journey and that
Yeah.
process and come out with clarity. Clarity to me is the main part in becoming a really good coach. Everybody is not called a coach.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Not everyone is called a
Yeah.
coach. And I like about what you said
Mm-hmm.
about some people are naturally born with it and stuff.
Yeah.
But even it reminded me of John Maxwell. I read a lot of his books. And I remember one
Uh-huh.
thing he was talking about was you could be born with it, but if you're not purpose driven with it and you don't
Yeah.
actually work to growing it, you're only going to stay that level. And before long, other people that's actually working with it for it will surpass you. But don't let that natural
Right.
born gift and something that you have to learn be so bad. You're
Yeah.
not always going to be naturally born at stuff. You're going to want to work for some things as well, and you're going to have to work for it. If you want to do it enough, you'll
Right.
make it happen. So
Yeah. It's a development. We
yeah.
have to develop it and perfect it,
Mhm.
perfect the craft. It's
Mhm.
one thing to have the title. We
Yeah.
can go to the training, we can get the piece of paper, we're certified. And I do believe that people need to be trained coaches, because in the training are skill, technique, information, knowledge, and even the process of learning how to coach with other people, with your classmates and things like that. The coach, the trainer, um, does the observation. I think, people that want to coach need to go through that process,
Yeah.
so that they can have a foundation to grow from and develop themselves. Um,
Yes.
I can tell easily when people aren't trained, that
No.
profess to be a coach. A
Yeah.
lot of people, Audrey, there is a statistic, a fact that 98% of everybody born in the world, the population, billions of people that are born, they live out a life and they die. Only 2% find their purpose and know their purpose in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's some sad numbers.
98% do not
That's
know.
some sad,
That's
depressing numbers.
that survey. Yeah, that's depressing. That
Yeah.
survey,
Super
that type of
sad.
survey has been done in so many areas. That type of survey of
Yeah.
surveying people to find out if they know their life purpose, if they're really sure of it, if they're secure in who they are and what they're born to do and why they are here and all that and how to do it. 98% of people don't ever stop and find out and work on themselves to find out what their real purpose is. I mean, we
Yeah.
can work a job all our life and it not be our real purpose.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that. I really do. So we do
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
question. We actually have two questions, and this has been for like 6 minutes. We've been talking about this, but someone was asking, "Does coffee keep you awake? Is that why you're drinking tea?" So
Does it
I have to
does
know
it
that
keep me
one
awake?
too. Yeah.
Co- Tea is just a form of self-care, just relaxation at the end of the day. Yeah, it's
There
a
you
treat
go.
for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I just had to know that. And then same person also asked, what type of business do you help coach? Are you
What
like
type of
I know
business?
you're yeah, and I'm actually kind of wondering that one too, because I know you do like a bunch of coaches. So is there a specific one you
Mhm.
work with more?
Yeah, my targeted population is specifically for women kingdompreneurs. Yeah,
Okay, I love
female
that.
ministry leaders. Yeah, women kingdompreneurs. That's my tribe. I
Nice.
am myself a licensed ordained minister.
That's really
Yeah,
cool. That's really
yeah.
cool.
So I understand their challenges. And I understand that area, that arena of women that work in ministry. So I have been called to help uh, women, female ministry leaders, emerging and existing leaders in ministry. I train a lot of female ministers. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
do train a broad spectrum. Yeah, nonprofit leaders, ministry leaders, as well as missions and missionaries, and I have trained corporate as well. Yeah,
cool. Very
yeah.
cool. And now that's one question I have personally. I've been looking at your programs yourself because I am not a certified coach. I say I'm a
Mhm.
inspiration coach, but it's more just
Yeah,
something I do, and I have a lot of experience in business. But my area is
yeah.
more helping people get through blocks. But what I know you have a
Mhm.
that certified coaching program, would that like cover that? What kind of thing does your
Mhm.
coaching program do for the certifications?
Well, my program is accredited by the ICF, which is International Coaching Federation, which is the largest coaching organization in the world. And it's like it's called a gold standard banner when you get that accreditation, which pretty much means that the trainer has gone and made the sacrifice to stay under a rigid protocol requirements for their training. The training that you get from me through P4 Coaching Institute, it has been accredited and it's approved training for people that want to become coaches. It's a 30 hour 30-hour to a 60-hour training. So there's different tiers, levels of the training that I provide. The 30-hour training is a self-paced virtual training where you get me on video and with the lessons, and you get 30 hours of training and you become a professional certified life coach at your
That's really
pace
cool.
of your home, in the comfort of your home, your own pace. And it's a
That's
lifetime
really cool.
certification as well. Yeah. Um, you can find all my trainings on my website. So I'll be putting that
Yes,
in, or I'll give you that
I
website. So yeah, you
I
can do that in the
already have
comments when we get off.
I
Yeah.
already have that up in the description. So
Oh,
if
cool,
anyone wants
cool.
to get a
Okay.
hold
So
of Tilda, you can either direct message her here on
yeah,
Facebook, or you can go to the description and you will find her link there to her website. So if anyone's needing that.
great. That was a good question. Um,
Still with
and
us, Tilda?
there's thousands of, yeah, I'm
Okay, there
still
we go.
here. Yeah, I'm buffering probably a little bit. We've had rain all
No, my
day, heavy
internet's saying
rain.
that it's unstable. We were dealing with some yeah. Yep, and you're not far from me. You're a few hours off, but not bad. But yeah, I've been
Yeah,
dealing with it too.
okay. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
When we
So
have rain, it really
um
challenges the internet.
yeah, yeah, really. Just
Mhm.
praying it works. So what is your impossible goal for your business?
The impossible goal
Yes.
is um, for every leader that I meet to become a trained coach.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Hold on a second. I am pulling back up the
Mhm.
live because my whole thing was freaking out. So, if
Yeah.
anyone has any questions, let us know down in the comments and we will get to that. We love internet. We love the computer. We love technology. It's part of my job, but
Yeah, the technology world. Yes,
yes.
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
all right. And we do have one more question so far. So your business is Christian based. So we already
Yeah,
know
it
that.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's faith-based. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But we
Okay,
welcome
so we're
all.
at reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're reaching the end of the year. Do you want to share any kind of big celebration, wonderful goals you've reached this year?
This year was probably my most challenged business year so far. Um, Being an entrepreneur for over 20 years, 2022 um, was a very challenging time for me. And to sit here with you tonight, it just lets me know the, the awesomeness, being a Christian, having strong faith. It really took my faith to another level. Um, I was my mom's caregiver for the last 2 years, and she transitioned. I lost her in May, and to feel like, how do I go on without my biggest cheerleader, my biggest
Yeah.
supporter? That was challenging for me. So for me to have the strength and a strong faith, determination, and faith, and a prayer life, to just to be able to keep pushing, that fortitude to keep pushing and to keep going. I call that success.
Yeah, I would say I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
about your mom, but I know I've been
Mhm.
following your journey this year and you have been doing
Yeah.
wonderful. I've seen points where you've been low, but I've also seen you rise up above that. And that's really
Yeah.
inspirational to me. Um, if anyone
Thank
knows, this
you.
has been a difficult year for me too. I don't care to share about it, but just knowing that I'm also not alone,
Yeah.
that it's been a difficult year,
Yeah.
and I'm not the only person that's had a rough year is less hard. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah.
we as entrepreneurs, we know that it's gonna take a drive, a special drive, a determination that the average person doesn't have. And that's why a lot of people are entrepreneurs. It
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
stamina, yeah, endurance,
It takes
and through the
stamina,
struggles.
endurance, and it also really
Yeah.
takes a lot of like you feeling alone because we are having our own struggles and stuff. There's not so many people that work with
Mhm.
us. We're basically alone.
Right.
We don't I personally don't know any entrepreneurs around me. I don't have a community. I'm
Hmm.
alone. The only ones I have are the ones that's in my community on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
That's all the entrepreneurs
Uh-huh.
I know. And people like you inspire me and make me feel less alone. But if I didn't have that, it'd
Right.
be like, okay, what are we doing here? Would I actually be continuing this? So
Yeah.
that's mine.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, and we have to encourage one another. And I've just been so blessed for people to, encourage me and inspire me like you. And I have a lot of strong supporters coaches
Yeah.
and mentors and people that cheer me on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a wonderful
Mhm.
thing. It's wonderful when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there anything else you would like to add about your business? Any other kind of exciting things or anything? We'll get off the depressing note.
Um, well, right now, I just want to encourage someone out there that's listening in or may catch the replay as well, that if they have a dream inside of them, if they have a goal or ambition, um, to not feel like they can't do it. What God has put inside of us will come forth. It will manifest, but we have to keep the faith and stay very, very focused. My message this year has been a lot about staying focused, keep the faith, which I've had to apply myself like never before through the ordeal of losing my mom this year. But people that are listening in to your lives, I hope you guys will, tune in as Audrey starts to provide these on a regular basis. And the awesome job she does. It takes a lot of sacrificing to bring you these lives, and you'll glean from them. Take the time to listen to them and glean from them and what she's sharing with you. I just celebrate you, Audrey, as a business leader, or owner, and coming into your own. And I can't wait to see where God takes you with your vision. I know that there's gonna be, a bigger plan, more than even what you can imagine right now. So yeah, I just want to encourage people. And if anybody is interested about coaching, I have a question about it, feel free to reach out to me, uh, DM me, message me or whatever, or send it to Audrey and she'll get in touch with me as well. But I have enjoyed this opportunity to
We
connect
really
with
appreciate.
you tonight. Yeah,
Yes,
and
I
allowing me to
appreciate it.
share.
Yes, I really
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on. I've been wanting you to come on for a while now. I know last month was your birthday,
Yeah.
so happy belated
Yeah.
birthday. I know I'm almost 2 months late now, but but happy belated birthday.
That's okay. I
We do
celebrate
have
all
another,
month long. I celebrate all month.
so we're going to give people a few more minutes to get some questions. We do have one more so far. What is your best advice for coaches to keep motivated and focused on your goals?
The best advice, I think that we need to self-care so we won't burn out. We
That's why you're
need to
drinking
just
chamomile
take
tea.
yeah, we need to take each day and just pace ourselves. Take a deep breath, do your meditations, devotions, and prayer time. Give yourself time. The best thing you can do is block out time for yourself, because coaches pour out. We pour out, we pour out, we pour out to other people. And if we pour out and empty out, we don't have anything else to give anybody
Yeah,
empty,
exactly.
in the bottom of the empty barrel. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's so important to take care of ourselves. And I'm talking
yeah,
to myself while I'm saying that. Yeah, but I've learned to mark my calendar and say, this is my time off. I'm shutting it down. I need to go rejuvenate, revive,
yeah,
everything, the whole nine
yeah,
yards. Whatever you have that makes you comfortable, relaxed, um, that will deplete some of the stress. I think that's the best thing to make us more powerful as a coach, is that
yeah.
the stronger your self-care is, the stronger coach you'll be.
It makes sense. It really does. I have a
Yeah.
problem with that too. If I pour myself out way too much and then have nothing left to give, and then I'm stressed out, and all I'm doing is continuously trying to pour. but it needs to stop, and I'm getting better
Exactly.
at that.
And then
I
there's
am getting
nothing
better
there.
at that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
there's nothing there for you to pour. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good
That was a
feeling. My own
good
clients,
question.
yeah, my own clients are like, Audrey,
That's a
stop.
good question.
Very good
There
question.
you go. And if you're like me, I'm a lifetime learner.
Yeah.
I'm a lifetime learner. So I'm always studying, training, going to trainings, workshops, going to like master classes, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just learning to be a better me.
Yes. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome. All right. Well, I really do appreciate you coming on. I really do. I don't see any other questions popping up in the comments. Karen, you're going to have to watch the replay because she did share that at the beginning. What does coaches do, and how do you coach coaches? Oh my word, that was a tongue twister.
How do you
Coaches.
coach coaches? That's a good question.
Coach of
That's a
coaches
good
do.
question.
How do you coach coaches? Oy. Oy.
Coaching is
Say
a
that
very
back.
powerful communication tool. Yeah. Coaching is a very powerful communication tool. And we coach, every coach has a coach, should have a coach.
Yeah.
Every coach should have a coach. Yeah. And coaching is just about moving people forward. That's the simplest way I can put it. We push other people forward, and coaches need to be pushed forward too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good
You
question.
need a coach.
Yeah.
Now it brings us back to who was the original coach. Sorry, I was like, okay, so if there's a coach for a coach and a coach for that coach and a coach for that coach, it's like, okay, sorry, my whole mind's, I'm getting tired too, and I've just drunk a whole cup of coffee like in the last like 30 minutes, so I'm all like, but yeah.
I said Jesus was the most powerful coach. He was the greatest coach to walk the earth.
Yep, yeah. I agree. And then he had his father God teaching him how to do that too. He was behind everything.
Exactly.
So, and then like we said, coach the coach, it all goes back to God.
Exactly. The creator.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Thank God for him.
That great question.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else, we're going to close this up. This is the last Q&A for the year. We are starting these back up in January. If anyone wants to actually be on these Q&As, send me a message, because this is the last free one I'm actually doing. They have been free up until now. Tilda, I really appreciate you coming on and stuff, but the reason this is stopping is because not Tilda and not the ones I've done, but I've had a lot of people cancel on me at the very last minute. And I put a lot of time into these. I put like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on top of what I'm already doing and stuff for these Q&As, getting ready for them. So if you guys are wanting to do these Q&As and really are serious about it, send me a message and we will get you scheduled for next year. But I'm taking December off. I have things to do, get things ready for my business and other people's businesses. So yeah, if you guys need anything, let me know. If you guys want to get in touch with Tilda and learn more about her coaching and everything, feel free to message her and check out her website that is in the link in the description above. And for YouTube, after this live, it'll be down in the description below. So thank you again, Tilda, for everything. It's been an honor having you here with me.
Thank you for the opportunity, Audrey. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.